So how
Okay,
do you think that this does go with that line you drew earlier?
Spill it,
Line you drew
snorted.
earlier.
Spill it, snorted. Spill it, snorted.
Did not know this was the fucking rule!
You didn't get anything out of that?
No? No?
Oh, the line I drew as a statement.
Wow.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I think...
Welcome to Spit or Swallow.
Welcome to Spit or Swallow.
Spit or Swallow.
We're Spit or Swallow. Weekly wine reviews by Drunk. Today we're talking about Chardonnay.
Poolside. Quinte.
My YouTube.
Can we have a dick one? Oh, so good! No. Yeah, that's better. Hey guys, welcome back to Spit or Swallow. My name's Jimmy, I get people drunk for a living.
I'm Rob.
I'm trying to do much more a living, so that's why we're here. Today we're talking about brave new wines. We've got the Klustephunk Chardonnay. Yes, it's sexy. We're excited. I've been hanging out to try this wine for quite a while. These winemakers are kind of new to me, but in our little demo roll, we tried their pet nat, the Lovers and Mates, and we all got a little bit wet about it. So trying the Chardonnay, I'm excited. We've been promised that this is not an old person Chardonnay. This is a new age kind of style. So we're quite excited to get our teeth into it. This is organic wine. It has been indigenous fermentation. It has minimal intervention. It is unfiltered, unrefined. It's been left to do its funky thing all by itself, and I think the name speaks for itself. So I've had it for a couple of weeks now and I've been dying to try it, so I'm so glad that we're like in it.
Yeah.
It's got a cool colour.
It has a very cool colour. It's the first thing I noticed. A lot of colour from the wood there, and a lot of sediment. Way more than I was expecting, so I guess that probably speaks to its flora as well.
So I've got into trouble for this in the past jobs that I've worked in, where I define Chardonnay, but like old people Chardonnay and young people
100%.
Chardonnay.
Yeah.
But there is like a distinct difference. There is like a huge difference between the Chardonnay that your parents grew up drinking that tastes like dick, and what they're doing with Chardonnay now, which is fucking sexy. So I think that the Chardonnay now definitely needs a new look in. People need to try, they need to experiment with Chardonnay, they need to try these new things because there's so much happening.
It is so different to what anyone would think Chardonnay brings to the table here. I snuck a little sip in before and I was like, keep a cool face. It is not normal.
It's cool.
It's not normal.
It's not that invasive on the nose,
No.
at all. I was expecting from the colour to have a lot of wood on the nose. I don't get a hell of a lot.
So this is fermented in a whole bunch.
Yeah, stems.
3 weeks, and then it's had time in stainless steel, it's had time in oak, and fuck that complexity you can tell. I don't want to talk about it because I just really want to drink this wine. This is
so much
really
going on.
fucking
It's
good
delicious.
wine. It's got grapefruit, like it's got heavy citrus forefront, but it's so balanced that it's not like getting smashed in the face with a grapefruit where you're like, oh, it's so tight. So approachable for a Chardonnay.
Yeah, this is definitely very drinkable.
Got like a yeast, like slight yeasty kind of. I guess
Yeah.
that's stems and sticks on, which is happening a lot in wine at the moment. Gives it
Yeah,
that real deep.
it does, that's
body.
it.
Yeah, and crunchy flavour for sure.
Yeah, it's got the crunchiness, it's got the good deep body, but it's still got like that beautiful citrus forefront. But you can tell that it's made so well. This has not been left to chance. This wine is beautifully made.
Can't agree more. I mean, this redefines Chardonnay for me, and probably for a lot of people watching this. There's the Chardonnay, they've got 3 classic stereotypical flavour profiles.
Oh,
Blood is
the
one of
oak
them.
Chardonnay.
Straw's another.
Oh, and the
Probably
oak.
Oak.
Oh, the
Probably
oak.
fresh cut grasses in there as well.
Oh,
being related to
yeah.
straw.
I think everyone's had a bad Chardonnay.
Chardonnay's got the reputation for having that Chardonnay taste, which is that shitty Chardonnay
Just leave it
taste
that
you get.
shitty.
Yeah, like going back to that new versus old world sort of style, like the whole idea of having Chardonnay matured in cask versus pure stainless steel, which is a massive point about Chardonnay at the moment. Like new Chardonnay drinkers in the younger generation not liking that big oaky flavour necessarily, and a lot of older Chardonnay drinkers aren't liking that newer style of just pure clean Chardonnay. This has kind of got
It's
for
got a
me
good balance.
the best of both worlds. Acidity from New World Chardonnay and stainless steel ferment Chardonnay that's unaged, unoaked, and also that butteriness from the Malo fermentation in a cask.
Balance and complexity is there. This is a complex wine still, so I think that it will still really call to that older demographic that want the oakiness, but it's got this beautiful balance that I think just with food is going to go so well. These winemakers, they're in WA. They're from the can't remember the region.
Let's try that again.
Okay. Alright, so these winemakers, it's a husband and wife team. Yoko and Andres, they are in the Great Southern region in WA, so they don't have their own vines at the moment. I'm like a massive fangirl. I really hope that they get their own vines in the future. I'll go there.
Interesting to see, yeah.
I'll go there for sure. But they are buying in small quantities of high quality grapes and they're doing super cool funky things with it. And when you look them up, reading what they say about their wine, their approach to winemaking and everything, that makes me want to drink it. They're funky, they're all in, they're balls in for their wine, and I fucking love that personally. And this does not let me down at all.
No, you can pick up those like personal characters in wine. You meet the winemaker,
Absolutely.
and his personality.
You can feel the personality.
You can. I think every wine we've tried so far, ever in this natural wine kind of.
There's so many wines that I've met the winemaker before I've tried the wine.
Yeah.
And been like, I feel you in the wine. Whereas I haven't met these winemakers. Please, I really want to meet you. I'm desperate to meet them because I want to see how that transcends, like how that comes across, because
100%.
it's so funky.
This old new wine, you got old wine, which is traditionally a lot more, a lot more mellow, a lot more classically done. The people reflect it, you got the French classic wine,
So how
Okay.
do you think that this does go with that line you drew earlier?
Spill it, snort it. Spill it, snort it.
Did not know this was a fucking move!
You get any error?
No?
Oh, the line I drew as a statement.
Wow.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I think.
Welcome to Spit or Swallow.
I've done so much research on this, but then we get so drunk that I need a little prompter. These guys, what they want to do, they want to make wine that is idiosyncratic and seriously good to drink. That's their kudos.
Ethos.
Nailed it. It's a
When
shot.
did you write these notes? Did you write these post last episodes? Or?
I wrote these notes during Margie Hour. To be clear, Margie Hour is all hours. Easy Drink 2019 Wine Awards.
Mm-hmm.
They won top 10 in the orange and white wine. People know that this is shit good wine. It's not just us. This isn't breaking news, which is exciting because we're trying things that other people have already told us. Like art. When is it art? When somebody else says it's art. Is that not true? As a musician, you're like...
Yeah, what is art? Who
I didn't go to
knows?
art school either for 4 years, so I've got no idea.
Didn't go to a really pretentious art school?
I did, yeah. People made suits out of steak and...
That was Lady Gaga, baby.
Lady Gaga, is that you?
I don't know.
Lady
This is
Gaga
maybe
in school with you?
We had kids eating paint and throwing them up on canvases.
Wow.
That all got better grades than I did, ironically, so...
Didn't need enough crayons, mate.
I feel like I can sense that in your story.
Whether I'm stupid or what am I trying to say?
No, just that you've witnessed it.
Pretty
You've
mortifying.
seen some shit, bro.
You've seen
some
things. We didn't cheers. It's like the third thing on the list.
Anthony should know.
Anthony.
You need cars that are like tangent,
Yeah, I was literally thinking like how
Not
many-
funny.
20 minutes.
Yeah, not
Spit in my mouth.
spit in my mouth.
Did you just spit in your own mouth?
A little bit.
I don't think Anthony's tried this wine.
We try and make Anthony drink out of random things.
Anthony, you're gonna have to grab your own glass, baby. Anthony's got his own glass. We're gonna get this bad boy some of this.
Hopefully no one can
Cheers.
identify him by his arm.
That was like the sneaky like power reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The part reveal.
Yeah.
So I like what this winemaker has said about their own wine. I don't know. Is that weird to say? So what they've said is this is Nick Cave and Kim Kardashian doing a duet. How do we feel that that represents in this glass?
I'm not sure what exactly they're alluding to, but I can understand that there's two different worlds mixing together.
Yeah.
That's what I pull out of it.
Did they make a sex tape? Is that why? Because this is all over tasting.
Okay, you're out there.
don't want to see that sex tape, if I'm honest.
You can taste it instead. Klusterphunk. I think it is funk. Klusterphunk.
No, it's definitely not
It's a
funk.
cluster
It's
fuck of
definitely
funk.
funk.
Klusterphunk.
It's definitely funk, guys.
That's fun.
Stop saying fuck. It's funk.
The name really does say it all, though. It is
Yeah.
a cluster of the funks. It's got so much going on in such a small amount of space. Where do you even begin to break this wine down?
The Klustephunk, for people that are uninitiated with natural wine, it might be intimidating. When you hear about like skin contact, orange wines, natural wines, you think of funkiness, you think of something that's going to be a little unpalatable to someone that's not initiated.
Yeah.
Whereas this is actually quite palatable. It
Yeah.
really floats, it's got a beautiful texture to it. It has beautifully balanced acidity as well as citrus notes, so it's not intimidating.
It definitely dances between that old and new world and
Yeah.
ties them all in quite nicely. It's a great table wine for
Great table wine.
Nana, Mum, and yourself.
Not only is it great table wine, it's a great food wine. I think that's
versatile.
super versatile. I think that if you're at a restaurant and you're doing like a 3-course or something like that, it's gonna stand up. You could have something oily, something salty, something quite full flavored. You could go through a couple of different courses and really enjoy this without needing to change wines, change acidity.
I wouldn't go the venison ragu too crazily.
Personally, I wouldn't go venison ragu anyway. I don't know who's serving venison ragu. You should stop going there. We're not in New Zealand anymore.
The acidity in this Chardonnay is perplexing to me. Like, I guess it's that open ferment with the addition of flora as well with the barrel aging, but it's got so much oaky butteriness from the malo and yet so much acidity as well. So confused. I don't know what to make of it.
These guys have just released their 2019 autumn collection. They have a new Chardonnay and I've put it in a shopping cart at least 4 times and no, can't afford. No, hold off. Just wait. I can't. I bought it. It's on its way. I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited. I decided rent, new wine. New wine.
Shani's now homeless.
Yeah, we've got the 2019 on the way and I'm just really excited to... Ooh!
That was delicious.
For those of you that don't know what just happened, the first person to finish every wine will put their glass upside down.
It's not a race, but I am an alcoholic.
I'm taking it easy, enjoying delicious, delicious grape juice.
I'm going to rate that pretty highly.
We have to do a bit of backstory of
On the
Jenny and
ratings.
her love of Chardonnay, so I feel like this is going to be quite biased. They're not biased, it's going to be very weighted towards the high spectrum of the numbers I'm picking.
No, I'm for a red wine, but when it comes to a shardy party, I'm fucking ready for a shardy party.
Does this actually class as New Age Chardonnay?
This is definitely New Age Chardonnay. This is definitely
so
not
much-
your fucking mum's Chardonnay.
much
This
deep.
is so sexy.
It's like a balls deep straddle of the
We're going with that, yeah.
between old world and new world.
It's not your Karen Chardonnay, that's for sure.
This is not Karen Chardonnay. This is not your mum's Chardonnay. I'm a bit of a red wine drinker, but I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I think that these winemakers are doing just fucking brilliant things. I love what they're doing. I've tried a couple of the different wines and fully gushed over it.
Yeah.
So this is a 7 for me.
I think to everyone watching, a 7 in some instances is mediocre good, but I think the way we're rating these wines is like 7 is pretty outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's solid. So the difference between 5 is a great wine.
I think
Yes.
the best way
6
to
is a
describe
great
it-
wine. A
Yes.
7 is like that slow
A 7 is a
progression
buy
between-
this.
So I think
Yeah.
the best way to describe it, the scale is, for those of you paying attention in year 9 maths, it's a logarithmic scale. So the difference between a 6 and a 7 is much more than the difference between a 7 and an 8. Bit of homework for you, look up logarithmic scales. Right, Rob, rating.
I'm pulling it towards a 7.5 because I love Chardonnays and I also love skin contact wines. So this is a beautiful.
Rob's also
synergy.
never fucked a 7.5, so this is exciting for him.
I usually
Shots
skip
fired.
7s.
Let's go straight to 7.4. Need not apply for a 7. Sorry to all the 7s, Rob's. You're not good enough for Rob.
It's an odd number.
Are you one of those people that, like, the volume on your TV can't be an odd number?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, on the radio.
That's
I
100%
don't
thing,
appreciate
right?
that.
Well,
numbers.
there's no song like there's the song 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 1, 3, 5, 7. There's no fucking song for that. It's horrible. It's disgusting.
Where's your rating at?
Where's my rating? I was tossing actually up between a 7 and a 7.5. I'm gonna go 7.5. Purely because I'm not a massive shardy drinker, but I am a big fan of what they've done here. I get this really, really impressed with the Chardonnay. Props to them for really pushing boundaries and doing some really cool things. But yeah, that's my rating.
Well, that was Brave New Wine Klusterphunk. That's it.
That's it. 3.5.